going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm ATLX Matrix. We're going to be talking about Man of Medan from the Dark Pictures Anthology collection. And this one, I played the games backwards, so that's kind of on me. But this one was like a particularly good, like, mess with your head a little bit. So I've got Riyad here. We're going to be talking about this one. And just a reminder, everybody, we are streaming on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And smashing that like and subscribe button on this channel helps us out greatly. Enjoy the video. We're, we're going to talk about Man of Medan from the Dark Pictures Anthology. So it's like this game, it's got like, you've got the 4 college students going on like a boat trip, like a diving trip out in like, I think it was like the South Pacific, right? And like in the
Yeah.
beginning of the game, you start out and you're going across, or like you're back in time, like World War II, right? And you're on a ship, shit starts happening, and then you get thrown into like these 4 college students, and they're going on a diving trip. Oh, I've got to say, spoiler alert, because it's like the last couple of these that we haven't said it. So it's like, if you guys haven't played the game, spoiler alert right now. Because you got 4
Yeah.
college students that are going out on like a diving trip, which I have to say, the captain of the Duke of Milan, bro, she takes some warming up to get to. She's got a very strong personality, I do have to say. And it's like they get out there in the ocean, they find like this old World War II plane, right? And they figure out that they go down and they dive into the plane. They touch things that they're not supposed to, because I guess you're supposed to report something like this when you find it.
I'm not
And
sure about that, but yeah.
I don't know either. But they get down there and they ended up finding like this map of like where this plane was supposed to be going to help like survivors of, I guess, like a like a wreck, or like a missing like battle cruiser boat or some kind of cruiser or something. And they're out there, excuse me, and they go and they dive into this plane. And I have to say, like, this, like, we're gonna start with like the pros this time, because I have to say, like, for the pros, the diving mission, like going down into the plane, that is like my 110%. That is my favorite part of the game. Like, going in, you're diving, and you're going into this World War II plane. Like, it looks cool. Like, there's skeletons, and like at this point, there's like the music and the sounds and everything kind of make you feel like immersed, and you've got this. I don't know, man. Like, there's like, I think that's the most jump scare that I got, was when we were in this plane with
Yeah.
like skeletons and like fish coming out, and the old plane is like breaking apart underwater. I think is the coolest part. I think that was the best
It's fucking
mission for
cool.
me,
It's fucking cool. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, that was the best for me. But after they get this plane, right, they go, and then you get the boat jackers. That's when the story really starts to kick in. You get these boat jackers, and you go through that whole thing. So this is like a pro for me, is like getting that other element to the story. Like, these kids are getting boat jacked, they're in the middle of a storm, and then you have to deal with these boat jackers. And I really like the decision making that you can do in this one. And
Yeah.
it cracks me up, because it's like, this game came out in what, 2019? Came out in
19.
2019. This was the first iteration of the Dark Pictures Anthology collection. So I thought that was pretty cool, how like you go out there, you're starting the dive, and then they throw like this wrench into like the good time you're having diving with
Yeah.
these boat jackers. So I think that's pretty cool. So like that whole like iteration right there, or that mission in the beginning, and like that's towards the beginning of the game too. So that's my favorite part. That
It's
whole
good
diving
start to the
mission.
game.
Yeah.
It's good start to the game. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's my whole first part of it. Other than that, like, just to speed through, like, with my other pros, excuse me, my other pros would have to be like, number one, the game is on Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, it's
You
free
got
to
it.
play.
Yeah.
So, or well, I say free, but it's like $5, I think, for Game Pass, and you can play the game, which is pretty damn good, because it's a good game. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, because I think it's $30 on Steam.
It's $30 on Steam.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you gonna buy Game Pass for $5. You can play a lot of games. One of them is this game. It's so good.
Yeah, Man of Medan, and it's like I played the games like out of order really badly because like the first game that I played from the Dark Pictures Anthology was House of Ashes, and it
Yeah,
left such an impact on me. Like I wanted to go back and I wanted to play the other game, and so it's like went from House of Ashes to the Man of Medan, and
yeah,
I had a good time with it. But other than that, it's on Game Pass. It's free, so it's like the free aspect makes it really good. The story I thought was pretty interesting as far as like how you start and dark and like the way that the anthology collection does it is they leave you in the dark for
yeah,
all of the game. The whole game, even with the curator giving you hints and everything, the whole game you're kind of in the dark and you kind of got to figure out and interpret what the curator is trying to give you a hint toward. But
yeah.
I've got to say this. This is another pro for me. The intro to the game, like you play like the beginning part of the game, it kind of gets you interested into the story, and then you meet the curator. As you go to meet the curator, those beginning credits, dude, I have
Oh,
never heard a more
it's
badass
the
song.
bad.
A more
Yeah,
badass
yeah.
song going into a fucking game. It is
We've been
so
looking.
good.
We've been looking at the song for
Dude,
that
yeah.
game because it's fucking good. Yeah,
It's so good. So, other than that, leading me into it, I mean, again, it's a game from 2019. I don't think that the graphics are bad. So, I put that in a pro for me. I don't think the graphics are bad for 2019. I think it's still good. So, it's like if you think about other games that came out in 2019, I don't know. The only thing that really comes to like sticks out in my mind of a 2019 game was Call of Duty. And I feel like the graphics were a minute bit worse than Call of Duty.
I think they can do much better. As game coming 2019, the graphics should be better. Should be
Well, I
better.
mean, 2019, it's hard to say. It's hard to say because that was like 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, but if you're talking about 3 years ago, you can go and watch a lot of get video games.
Like
It's
what?
better with the graphics.
What's an example?
You can look in 2019. There's a lot of games coming that year, and the
Okay, well,
graphics is
look,
so good.
it's just my opinion. I think that the graphics were
Yeah,
pretty good for the time. Um,
but I'm sorry, but I can give it to them because it's the first game. It's the first
yeah,
game.
yeah, it's
I would say
like I said,
they
like
learn
it
from that.
yeah. No, they
Yeah,
definitely did better. Like moving forward, like the graphics are still good. Like I still feel like it's good because they had to have been using the mocap software and stuff like that because they actually
yeah,
had real actors in the game, like acting out the game, and I love that. That brings like another level of immersion to it, I guess.
yeah,
Um, but moving on to the more pros of it, I think like the story of it as a whole was pretty interesting. It reminded me of a movie that came out, I think in the early 2000s. I think it was called like Ghost Ship, and it's like it's very similar. Like these people stumble across the ship that was abandoned in World War II, and they're in
yeah.
search for treasure and stuff like that, and they end up finding some not good things on
Some
the
not
ship.
good things. Okay.
So it's like on the ship, man, it's like you end up you make your way and you ended up finding the ship that you found a map to or like a clue to, not a map. We'll say a clue. You find a clue
Okay.
of a location to a ship that was lost during the World War II era, and it's definitely spooky when you get there. When you see the ship out there on the ocean and it's just going by itself. It's just sitting out there in the middle of the ocean, and you get on the ship to that's where the
Discover.
pirates are going. You're on the
Yeah,
ship to get away from a storm and stuff, and then crazy shit starts to happen. And that's how the beginning of the game starts. It starts with like
yeah,
some craziness happening, people are dying, and you're trying to figure out what's happening. So this is where I would say like my cons start for the game. I don't know if you
yeah.
have any more pros. Do you have any more pros for the game?
I think it's good that you can play with a friend. Any game that you can play with your
There you
friends,
go. Yeah.
it's getting more interesting. It's good. It's that's one of the things good in this game. You can co-op with your friends. You can play it in different modes. That's good.
So
Also, if you finish the game, you can go back and like saying, I want to play chapter 3 in hard difficulty. I want to try that. You don't have to play chapter 1 and 2. No, you can jump to chapter 3 because you finished the game already. I like that. I don't have to pass chapter 1 and 2 just to play chapter 3 and try it. No. You can just click on a menu and go play chapter 3. That's it.
I like that too, but I mean, I don't feel like that's like specific to this game. There's like almost any game will do that. Like
Not
after you
any
beat it
game.
for the first time, you can go back and like mission select game.
Not every game. I don't think every game.
I'm not saying okay,
Yeah,
the mass
but I mean,
majority of games, okay?
yeah, but
But I think it's great that it's there because it's like the
yeah,
first two chapters are just full of like you getting to know the characters and learning how to play the game.
yeah.
So it's kind of like meh. So it's like being able to skip that and go
And
to a
go to
different,
the action. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, go to a different mission later in the story. I like that.
yeah. That's what I have
So
for it.
any more pros?
No,
Really?
I think I'm
Okay.
done with mine. Yeah,
Okay. I do. I'm gonna add one more to this. Like the whole like the feeling of it. I don't know if it's because like I watched that movie. I really think it's called Ghost Ship, and I don't know the feel of the game just reminded me so much of that movie specifically that
yeah.
I liked it just for that because I liked the movie. I thought the movie was neat, and I feel like the game kind of. I know that the game wasn't made for that movie, but it just took me back to that movie. So I don't know if that's like a
It's
sentimental type
make
thing.
Yeah, it's make the game good for you because you link it with a movie you watch it before. So that's something good.
Yeah, no, I thought it was good. All right, so if we're done with
Yeah,
the pros, I kind of let's move into the con section of it.
yeah,
So it's like for me, the gameplay is very linear. You cannot explore anything that the story does not want you to do.
yeah,
I hate that because I want to explore. I want to see what the people who made the game created. I want to see the map. I want to see what they've
yeah.
done. I want to see what work has been put into it. Maybe that's just me because it's like I'm an asshole and I want to explore everything. I'm just saying, like that's one of my
No,
biggest cons is like how linear it was. It almost
yeah,
reminds me of that game that came out on Xbox One when it released. It was like Rise, Son of Rome, or something. And it's like that game too. You could literally not go anywhere the game did not want you to go.
that's something bad to be honest. Because if you're gonna do a game like the Dark Picture Anthology, you have to show me every single thing in this place. Don't control me to be in one line you want it. It's like going to this room and not to go into the other one because I want to see everything you work on it. I want to
That's what I'm
see
saying.
everything. Yeah.
Like I want to see, I want to explore.
Yeah.
But all right, so other than that, like the other big one that I had was, and I think maybe just because of the type of game that it is, being
Yeah.
that it's more of like a interactive movie type deal.
Hmm.
The controls and the camera movement are horrible.
It's
They're
so bad.
horrible.
It's
It's
so
so
bad.
bad. Like you can move your character and it's like to select things or to do an action, you have to be in like the exact
Yeah.
like I don't know, angle on it or something. I absolutely hate that. It's like, bro, if I'm right there, let me fucking press the button. Just let me press the button.
Yeah. Sometimes you want to leave the room because the camera is not moving and you can't see anything. You just want to finish the mission because the camera movement is so bad.
So
And you
it's like
can't see everything in the room.
the perfect example of this is like when your characters are on the ghost ship. I'm just gonna call it the ghost ship, okay?
Yeah.
And it's on this ship, right? And
Yeah.
you walk into like this galley area. When you walk in and you're not sure if that's where you're supposed to go because you're in a hallway
Yeah.
and you walk towards it, the camera automatically makes you go in.
More.
it
Yeah.
makes you push in, and you can't turn it to like look to your side as you're going in. No, you have to look
Yeah.
through the porthole or through the thing to go in.
Yeah.
I,
I see
I
that. Yeah. The
woosah.
movement,
I
the
hate it.
camera, the camera movement is so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah, the camera movement is absolutely horrible. Um, but moving on with that, the like what I was talking about earlier with the bowjackers, it's like this the entire game could have gone without the boatjackers. You didn't need them in the game
Yeah.
whatsoever. Like if you would have
Yeah.
spent a little bit more time, maybe like doing some more shit with the boat and having the divers just like discover the coordinates to the boat and then go to the boat because they're trying to get away
Yeah.
from a storm. What'd you need the boatjackers for?
That's true.
What did you need them
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
at
That's
all?
true.
I mean, yeah, you have to deal with them when you're on the boat a little bit, but it's like they're not difficult to get away from in the least bit. So it's like you could have done the whole thing without them.
Yeah.
But
I
that being
I have
said, depending on what you did when you got boatjacked, you were able to allow one of your characters to escape and go and try and get help. So it's like that I understand that aspect of it. That left that opportunity or it opened that opportunity for that person to take another boat to go get help. So it's like
yeah.
that I understand. Okay, I get it. But it's like
I
you
I
could
have a
have done
problem with
without
the
it.
characters. I have a problem with the characters.
Which one?
The voice act, every
Of
single
the
one.
boatjackers?
Yeah. Because you feel the people who did the voice act is like they don't want to do it. It's like they say, "Okay, we're gonna die." Oh, okay, we're gonna die. Yeah. You don't feel the action. You don't feel anything. Why you fucking doing voice act when you don't
I
want to
will
do that?
say I will say this that the acting of like the main core characters was
Yeah.
good. It was good.
What
Don't
is
get me
that
wrong.
guy
I'm
called?
not a fucking actor, but dude, I think it was good. I think it was good acting, especially with the captain of the Duke of Milan cuz it's like
Yeah.
depending on how you interacted with her changed her demeanor towards you. So it's like you could get her to warm up and she turned out to be a nice person.
Yeah, but I mean, most of the time you feel the voice actors is not doing good job. They're not good. Except that captain, he's the main character and everything is good with him. But the other people is like doing the voice act with they not good. They're not
You're
good
talking about
enough.
the boat jacker, right?
Yeah,
Not the
yeah.
okay. I was about to say the captain of the Milan was a woman, but I mean, as far as we know, I'm just saying.
Okay, okay. Now I'm talking about the boat. Yeah,
You
the
can't
people that.
assume nowadays. You can't. You're not
Okay,
allowed. You're not allowed. Okay.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything.
No, no, no. I agree. The voice acting, like I said, for like the main group, I felt was pretty good. I felt like it was okay, and I don't know exactly how they did it. I know like other voice actors, they're watching what's happening, so they kind of get the vibe and the feel, and they act to what's happening. So
Yeah.
maybe that didn't happen. They just had them read lines.
Why I say that? Why I say that is not good because when you play House of Ashes, bro, you can feel everything when they
See,
talk.
that's
You
the
could,
thing.
yeah,
We did these games backwards and out of order. We played the
yeah,
newest one, and then we played the oldest one, which is Man of Medan. So
yeah.
that may
So
skew this rating just a little bit.
when you play House of Ashes, when the characters is talking, you can feel the emotional. You can feel
Yeah,
everything because the voice actors is so good. But when you see this one, it's like you feel they don't want to do the job. They just reading the script and they want to finish it.
yeah.
There's
No,
nothing good.
I definitely suggest playing this game first.
Yeah,
Because if you go from House of Ashes to this game, you're going to be left wanting more. Because they
yeah,
did so much more with House of Ashes. And it was so much more polished and much better. But moving to a different one of my cons, if we can.
yeah. Yeah.
I have to say the jump scares were trash. Like it was trash.
So bad.
Like the
So
most
bad.
scared that I was in the game was in the beginning where we dived into the World War II plane and it
Yeah.
started to break and there was jump scares with skeletons. There was jump scares with like these weird like eels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was scary. Okay? I didn't have the rest of the game. I was just like, okay. Okay.
Bro, you can I can sit in Discord and make you scared more than the game, to be honest,
I
because
say
they're
that.
so bad.
I say that, but there was one real they did do a really good jump scare in
Yeah.
the boat and the it was with the younger brother character. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but they when he gets onto the ghost ship and he's looking in
Yeah.
the lockers and there's like this fucking like severed head looking at you when you open a locker. I
Yeah.
That one got me. It got me with the music and stuff. And then when you go back and look at it, it's a fucking gas mask.
Okay, I give him that, but 1 out of what? 10, 20
I don't know.
in
There's
the game?
probably at least 20 jump scares. That was probably the best one
Okay,
for me.
1 in 20.
Yeah.
That's not good. As a scary game, it's not good.
Yeah. So do you have any other cons that I haven't touched on?
I
Ooh, that I
think
haven't touched on.
that's us. No, I think I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We're talking about everything.
Yeah, no, so other than that, man, I wish it was more scary. I really do.
Yeah,
Cuz
as
like
a
after
scary
playing
game
House of
and jump
Ashes,
scares is
bro,
not good.
like I was playing House of Ashes, I was a little bitch. I look like a little bitch compared to playing Man of Medan. And again,
That's
I think that's really just from them. Like that's the first one, so I think that is kind of what it has to be chalked up to. But
I
I still think it was good.
I think it's the problem that we play the new game, then going back to the old. But if
Yeah,
you play this game, then playing House of Ashes, you're gonna see that the game, the people who made the game, they learn everything. They learn how to make it scared, how to the voice actors to be good, the story to be perfect, everything. I feel
dude.
like I give him that. I give him that. They learn every time. If you play this one, then Little Hope is like
Oh,
scary.
dude,
Then going
we're,
to House
save
of
little hope.
Ashes.
Save little hope. Okay,
I'm
save
not
it.
saying anything. I'm not
Hadi,
saying anything.
Hadi,
But
Hadi, Habibi. Relax. Okay.
yeah, but I told you if you play these games like Man of Medan, then Little Hope, then House of Ashes, you're gonna see how this company is like improve the game. It's like doing good work every time. They learn from the oldest game how to make it better with the graphics, with the story, with the characters, everything. I would give
Yeah.
him that. I would give him that.
So look as a whole, I wish the game was more scary because it's advertised as a horror game, and I'm sure like
Yeah,
some people will be scared, but it's like I want horror. I want actual
yeah,
horror.
yeah,
I want to feel like I'm gonna jump through the wall behind me. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I want to feel. So other than that, it's like the biggest disappointment for me with the game. It's hard for me to put it as a con. I feel like it's a pro and a con, and I want to save it for the last one.
Yeah.
So when you're on the ghost ship, everybody's thinking it's like ghosts or demons coming after you, and you end up finding out that it's neither of those things, and it ends up being a bioweapon, and the chemicals that have leached out are causing you to see these things. So, spoiler alert, my bad, everybody. I should have said something before I said that. Oops, my bad. Spoiler alert. It's
Okay.
not ghosts, it's not demons, it's a gas chemical that is making you hallucinate and go absolutely insane.
That's what I was talking about. The story is not perfect.
That
It's not
that I
perfect.
mean, because like when I was playing the game, like I felt like I was like, bro, is it zombies? Is it ghosts? Is it demons? Like, what is causing this stuff to happen? What is going on? And it's just people going crazy from like inhaling this gas.
Yeah.
And so like that it's hard for me to put it in a con because it was a twist. and I didn't see the twist coming. Like, obviously, throughout the game, you know that it has something to do with the gas, but it's
Yeah.
like you don't know it. The game leaves it open for interpretation until the very end of it, and I like that. I like that because my dumbass was thinking it was gonna be ghosts, and it turned out to just be like a fucking bio weapon, and bro,
Yeah.
that's one hell of
Uh,
an insane bio weapon.
for me, the story is not perfect. I don't
Really?
know. Yeah, it's not perfect. I feel I told you it's my mistake that playing House of Ashes, then go back to the old one.
Yeah.
Because when you see a perfect story there, perfect thing, everything is perfect, then play the first one, bro.
Well,
It's
I
my fault.
mean,
It's my
okay.
fault.
Well, bringing it into it, can you tell me what your tribe rating would be and why?
For this game, I will give it
Yeah.
6.
A 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You can
Why?
because you don't have to spend $30 on the
Yeah.
game if you have a Game Pass and buy it for $5. You can play it with your friends. That's something good. But for me, I will tell you is like if you're gonna spend a $30, go buy any other one in the Dark Picture Anthology games.
Yeah.
It's better than this one. But if you have a Game Pass, I recommend to get it. Get it and try it. It's not that bad.
Okay. Okay.
What about you?
So, for me, like my tribe rating, I'm really close to you. I was going to say 6.2. I'm going to say 6.2 with it. Again, to reiterate what you said, it's on Game Pass, so it's like if you already have Game Pass, you can play it for free. It's excuse me. You can play it for free, and you can play with a friend, so you guys can like mess
Enjoy the
up the
time.
story as much as you want with
Yeah.
all of the what are they called, the quick actions.
Yeah.
And I look, man, the quick actions are good. I wish the jump scares were better. I felt like I don't know, maybe I just had more of a connection to it because of that movie that I was talking about, and I'm fairly certain that it's just called, like, the movie is called Ghost Ship. I'm fairly certain that's what it is. And I liked it because of that, and I really liked like the whole World War II era and going into that type of history and stuff and
Yeah.
discovering these things that have been left behind or like crashes and stuff and going and exploring these things. I really thought that was really cool. And it's like I do think that the story was pretty interesting
Yeah.
considering that it had me thinking it was fucking ghosts until the end of the goddamn game. So learning that it was a bioweapon is really cool. Again, spoiler alert. Sorry, it's a little late.
Too late. Too
I'm
late.
not good with the spoiler alert warnings, but no, I think it's a good game. I think it's worth a play. The experience I feel like is still good, and especially with, like I said,
Yeah.
being on Game Pass, you're not really losing anything if you already have Game Pass.
Yeah, you're gonna
And
try it.
yeah, and it's been on sale on Steam, and I don't know about PSN, but as far as Xbox and Steam go, you can play the game for practically free. And it's a
Yeah.
good story, and it's a good intro to like figure to see the Dark Pictures Anthology, like what they have to offer. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at. 6.2. Riyadh, you're at a 6.0,
6.
right?
6. Yeah.
I think both of our scores are good. Like a lot of like some scores we don't agree on, and I
Yeah, at
think
all.
I think
Yeah.
we're good. I think we're good on this one.
We're good. Yeah.